like I have how many credits left? I have like 5 courses left until the graduation. So I'm trying to think like what is best for me right now. Is it because once you graduated, you're gonna qualify for different rather than the one you're saying, right?
Well, for EB3, it can qualify either if you have a degree or if you don't have a degree. It will fall into difference. Depends on the company. So even though if you have a degree, you can still do EB3. If you don't have a degree, you can do what's like lower positions. It just really depends. As long as the company sponsor you, you can do that.
I see. I see. So it really doesn't matter if I complete my degree or not.
Yeah, so that's
right?
why under EB3, that's why I send you the website, because the whole time these two companies, that the BDV solutions and the MCC, they focus on unskilled worker, because all the positions in there, it's just like really low entry, like entry level, that people don't do. So if you have a degree in those company or different company that you have connection with, and they cannot hire somebody, even it's like a receptionist or people work at the office, but they've been trying to hire Americans, but they can sponsor you under EB3 even though you have a degree or not, or don't have a degree. But as long as that company can show the government that they've been trying to hire people. But there's no, because during COVID, a lot of Americans want to stay home so they can get the unemployment. So one of the business owner, he told me that he been lack of employment because of that, because people want to stay home. So he had to really let the HR people hire people from overseas to work for him. So he been sponsoring a lot of people, even though they don't have a degree or they have a degree. Yeah, so because the H1B is basically for people who have a bachelor degree or higher degree. So if you finish a degree, associate degree, and then you have a lot of knowledge relate to the major that you study, because I study at Richland is AAS degree, is applied associate of science, so it's basically really focused on the workforce. So during that time, I don't study basic classes. So if I go to work and people don't have anyone to work, they can sponsor me as long as that company want to. But during COVID, there's no company. I couldn't find anyone because it's in California. I didn't know anyone. So that's the difference. So right now, if you finish OBT and you want to continue higher education, you can get 2 more years with BA degree, and then do another OBT year, then go work for them, and then if they sponsor you, you apply for H1B and you have to go get the lottery, but it's not guaranteed though. Sometimes that's why. And then sometimes the company, after working with them like a year, and if they don't have the willingness to sponsor you, then you waste your time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so for this, so under EB3 visa, they have professional, skilled worker, and then also the unskilled worker. So if you have an AA degree and you do OBT, then you can get them sponsored. Then you qualify for skilled worker or professional because you have degree already.
Right.
In tech or anything. And then if you, right now, because time is money, if you wait for 2 more years, you pay triple for tuition fees, and then you have to wait 1 more year, so it's total 4 years in total. So I don't really care if unskilled or skill or anything, as long as I can get green card so I can move on faster.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do also, because I calculated my cost for the spring, and that's already half of the payment.
Yeah.
So I was thinking to do it right now, but I have to talk to my lawyer. So you say it's better for me to not complete the bachelor's degree in order to be better for financial, and then for easier to get it, right? The papers.
Yeah, because I think you have the similar situation with me, because after Richland I did OBT and I transferred to the school, the community college in the Bay Area. And right now I actually just started the university for 2 semesters, for 2 weeks already. But I still want to do this because I don't want to wait for like another 2 years, because it will cost me for the tuition fee around 30 grand per year. 2 years will be 60 grand. So time is money. So it's like I will basically study this semester, this quarter, finished by December. But if not, then I will wait for this process. If it's done fast and I move by January, it's good. Then it's not. If not, I still continuing my education, because the thing is, at the end of the day, after or before you get green card, you still need to get education anyway. You can, because of knowledge. Yeah, so it's like some people think like, oh, they will wait for them for like get green card, so everything is cheaper. But for me, my school, if citizen and international student, we pay the same. So so what's the point waiting for me to get it's private school.
Is that a private?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, private school is like that.
I'm not sure it's private, but it's like faction,
Right,
So for me, I study this and it should be okay, because I still get those knowledge, because my A won't drop, it's keep increasing. And time is money too, so it's basically why I'm waiting. I'm gonna keep studying and then take classes, make connections while studying at those school. And then when I move, then I come back to the school, I can do business at the same time, because right now it's so limited. I study fractions, and if in order for me to be successful with this kind of the industry, I need to go out and work for people, but right now I won't able to work until I graduate or after 2 years, so it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's why I think. And then for us, there's so many certificates right now. It's online, Coursera, or so it's like, what's the point of paying for fancy school? You study when you make a mistake from somebody else's business. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So yeah,
well, I got offers too, but they didn't want to sponsor me, because I think on the H1B there is a limit too. There is like minimum payment that try and put it. If you work for a year, there's a minimum amount that you have to make in order to qualify for the green card.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, for H1B, the thing is you have to stay with them long time. You work with them a year and then you sign contract with them 3-5 years, and then they let you go. So for me, I don't want anyone to control my future. I'm okay to work at a low-key job, because working at it, I hope you learn so much thing. We gotta work from the bottom, learn about how the business runs, especially a franchise too. And I've been studying business, so if waiting for to really like 2 more years, it's just so long. And I've been here in the US 6 years already.
Yeah, same with me.
So yeah, I think this is the fastest way. And then when you have a green card, you can study many things. You can sell houses if you do what is that, realtor. You make passive income, and then you can do different stuff at the same time. Then you can go to school, whatever. UCLA, Berkeley is so cheap, $5 grand.
Yeah. What do you think? I heard one of my friends tried to do that, but in the past they did the Uber or is that DoorDash, and the lawyer just rejected them. Have you heard about anything like that?
Because that is 1099. You cannot do that, because there's nobody sponsor you. Did they do with EB3 or what? What type of visa?
I think it was EB3 or something like that.
Yeah, because it's not qualified, because that is...
No. What they did was that they found a sponsor, but they said the lawyer of the sponsor didn't want to proceed with the thing, because he said like it's like a 99% of a failure, because they will look at your tax statements, and they will see that you paid the tax. Even if you worked, if you didn't pay the tax, that's the good thing the lawyer told them. So that's what I was wondering about too.
What? I'm confused. I didn't get with the whole situation.
So look, like in the past, let's say you're an F1 student, right? And then you worked for the DoorDash or you worked for the Uber, right? And you got the 1099.
Yeah.
And it's not within the OPT year. It's within the regular semester year, which you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
And then you paid the taxes. If you paid the taxes, then it automatically disqualifies. That's what they said. If you didn't pay the taxes, and there is a way to get around with them, they said.
Well, with that, I really don't know because it's related to really like laws and stuff like that. I mean, for me, it's different. I did know maybe OPT year with that, so it's different. I don't know. So basically, they not supposed to work during school, but they did, right? Is that what you meant?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so with that, they need to consult with the lawyer and also the people who going to do with them, because basically it will show up in the paperwork no matter what.
That's true, yeah.
So for me, I'm not a lawyer or attorney, so I cannot answer that questions. And then that's why they can say they can still apply for the application, but they might get audit. Audit is mean their paperwork gets stuck in the middle of the process because something happened, like what they did is blocking them to get a green card, but they still get it, but it will take them a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's called audit.
What do you think this situation though? So what you're trying to do is that you applied right now, and what about the spring semester? Are you trying to attend the university or no?
So that's why it really depends on the time frame right now. So I'm still studying my best. I enjoy what I'm studying. So if they approve fast before January, then I will stop the school, and move. But if they haven't approved yet, I still study, and then so basically the sponsor can wait for you. They still give you the time to finish your school, and if they approve in the process, take until like, for instance, my school start from January to March, right? If they submit or they everything done by February, then I ask them, okay, give me 1 more month to finish my semester, and then I will be there. That should be okay.
Yeah.
As long as you communicate with them. So they're not going to force you to go right away. They still give you time to like relocate from Cali to go there, So yeah, that's how it works. Because that's why I plan now, like plan A, plan B already since a couple months ago.
Right. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna probably consult with them. If they don't give me a call, I will call them. And after that, I think by February I can clean up the mess I did. And then by February, I think I will have to take the spring semester. And if I take the spring semester, I will try to not graduate. Try to take the try to take the 4 classes instead of the 5 classes at the same time, and then leave the 1 class for the fall. And then apply for them. If they approve me, then on the summertime I can work, and then till 1 year and all, 1 year or 16 months, you said, right? And then
either 12 to 16, or half of the year, 1 year and a half.
I see.
Yeah.
So what about my sibling situation? You think like it's harder for him, like because
the friend who going to come here for master degree?
Well, like he cannot come for the second bachelor degree, right?
If he show the schools and everything, his transcript, then he won't able to do that. But there's some school might okay with it, because you just said like you want to study different major. So it really depends. You gotta try some. Like I said, it's like some school, if they saw me that I only study at university back home, but I haven't finished. I didn't give them my transcript because I want to start again. So I didn't send them anything.
Right. I see.
So yeah, it really depends on you. If you don't show anything, then you're okay. But if you show and then you show the transcript, then yeah, if they see you only have a degree, they want you to go to master degree. And then for master degree, master degree you study 2 years, the same thing, H1B.
Yeah. What about then if he comes as a visitor visa, like B1 or B2?
Usually most of the company will reject you with the tourist visa because they said you were going to against the policy, because for tourist visa you're supposed to go home, you cannot stay here to wait, so he can either come here as F1 visa and just apply for master degree and then do the EB3 too, or why he or the thing is he can come here as EB3 as the, this is not really, I'm not really suggesting this, but you can ask that guy. Some people come here for tourist visa and they change to F1.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of situation, but it's kind of I heard the USCIS doesn't like that because
so that's why just go straight to F1. Because the end of the day, you going to school, you make a lot of quality connection too, because master degree is not cheap, and most of people study there smart, so he make friends no matter what.
Right.
Because he'll never be major he going to study.
I mean, he is not planning to be honest, he's not planning to study a master's degree. He just wants to, he's already done with his bachelor's. He wants to do some work.
So they do direct from the country, your home country. Is that you guys come from the same country?
Yeah.
So yeah, they do direct from your country. You don't have to come around. So that's why the second one, the pricing I sent you for BDV solutions, you saw the first one is adjustment of status, right?
Right.
The adjustment of status mean that it's whoever F1 in here they want to change to EB3 visa. It's called adjustment of status. The second one is counselor process. It's for people from overseas to come to US directly. You don't have to go around.
Interesting. I see what you mean.
Yeah, so the BDV is more expensive, but the company, the MCC I sent you, I asked him already. In here, adjustment of status, and overseas, he said it's the same price, but I'm not sure right now, because they send me different thing and they send you different price, so I don't know. Yeah, so but they can just stay home and they can do paperwork.
That's even better. Wow.
Yeah.
That saves a lot of money too.
Yeah. So I forgot about that. So because there's one guy, I just talked with him actually yesterday. I told him to talk with me to tell me his goal, and so I can save him. I can help him save money. So because he 30 already, so maybe about a similar situation with your friends, because they don't want to study again. So that guy, he will come here to do J1 for internships or work with a company, but he still get paid, but he at the end of the road, he won't able to get any green card, and then he wants to do that, and then he hoping that company will sponsor him with an EB3 visa, and then if not, he will change to EB3 visa for unskilled worker. So I told him have to make a decision fast, or do another route so he can save time and money. But most people from their home country, they won't able to see how the money work and how the big picture, So I told him, I told him, then if you want that, then you can go do J1 first. And then from there, you submit your EB3 visa with different company right away so they can process the paperwork for you. But keep that in mind. The J1, you do contract with a company you want an internship with, you have to do with them 12 to 16 months or 18 months. So if your visa get approved faster, or you get called to work faster and you won't able to, after 1 year, then you might lose the opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I told him. So for them, I just give them suggestions, different routes, so they can make decisions, because some people, they don't know they have option.
Yeah. Well, this picture explains me a lot because it has option A and it has option B too.
Yeah.
It's like and they it's a little bit pricier, but it says over 2 years and over 3 years, and it's a direct. Yeah, that's really helping a lot too.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what about
what?
So if they get the green card, if they get the documents, right? So technically they can transfer to the husband or to the wife, right?
So if they marry, so basically, if, for instance, you're gonna get green card after 1 year, and if you marry that time, then your spouse, then she will have green card too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a win-win situation, but they have a period time for that, for your family to do that. So if they at home, then they have, I think they have a time frame for the nuclear family to come to US as soon as possible. If not, they will lose the opportunity. I think after 18 months or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah.
No.
But some people, that's why some people actually come here to work, and then when they get green card, they sponsor the family from Vietnam or their home country to come here, and then whole family get green card.
Really? You can do that one too?
Yeah, so you can, so if you come here, you certify first for like 1 year, and then you sponsor your wife, your kids back home, then come here and become get green card. And after 5 years, you get US citizenship.
Yeah.
So this way is so fast because it's okay with young generation too, and then also okay with older people, because some older people, they cannot go to school anymore. They cannot. Yeah. And then actually, I have a lot of friends back in Dallas. They get the green card through this, but they kind of like cocky. I try to contact them to talk, to see if they want to share experience and the process and stuff like that. They kind of like, oh, let me see if I want to talk about it. I will let you know. I'm like, okay, never mind. Just tell me, you don't want to. You don't have to act like that.
Believe me, I wasted 6 years. I was trying to look for the better option.
For my suggestions, just apply first, and then you can ask for negotiation with that company or the other company, because BDV too, they also really famous. They like top company in EB3 Visa. It's in North Carolina, the one that I told you. I'm not sure I told you, but MCC, I don't see a lot of reviews or a lot of cases that they don't have Facebook group like the other one. So but I willing to do it in order to really like maybe a pioneer that can show people later on, because BDV, I don't know anyone in those states. It's just really difficult for me. But a lot of people go there from Vietnam, and then a lot of people from Bangladesh or South America. So it's really a guarantee for you. But I just want Florida because my friend's actually there, and then it's just a better job. The BDV, their job is like McDonald's, or it's not really transparent. So yeah, try it out, and then just I think sign up for the link I send you. So I think they have a spot next week, because for me, when I booked before, it took me 2 weeks to schedule with them.
Let me think they hired it right now.
Yeah, but you watched my video already, right, with that guy?
What was that?
Did you watch my video I sent it to you last time with that company? Okay, so you already have an image in mind. So right now, just write the question related to you, because you already got my question. I asked nonsense question, so you get that already. Now ask something like relate to you personally, so you can know or not, But because I only did a research, for the Sony barbecue, they only have, it's like really limited, but I hope right now they only available in the first 6 cities in Florida, which is Banana City, Banana Beach, and Orange and stuff like that, because Banana City is really famous over there. So I think so that's why I chose that company. I mean, I chose that location because I actually literally just there last month. I tried to choose the one Bomnama Beach near Miami, but they out. So they told me only the first 6 cities in the list available, and my friends live close from that place, like an hour, so I have connection there, so I'm not worried at all.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, all the prices are similar, right? So there is no price difference.
Yeah, I don't think it's get a big deal as long as you work, and then I would try to finish my stuff here in Cali because I have like really high living expenses here. If I go there and I still have that, with no working, I hope I won't able to pay my stuff.
I know. No, yeah, the Cali. I'm currently in Wisconsin right now, and as I told you, I'm trying to set up a company here in Wisconsin and Chicago. But I lived in pretty much like 9 different states, so past 2 years. So I'm okay with any city, but the Florida definitely sounds better.
Yeah.
As far as the
it's also a tourist city, so it's like you don't have to go vacation because you're already in the vacation city. Because my friend who work in Alabama, she has to drive to Atlanta. She drive down to Florida because she live in the city. It's like there's nothing. It looks so depressed. I still have the video. I haven't posted yet. It's scheduled already, but it's like, oh my god, when I look at that, I just can't stand it.
Yeah. Those states, no, like you want to live either on the East Coast or West Coast or.
And the job is even worse. It's like they work at a chicken factory.
Chicken factory?
Yeah.
No, factory jobs are horrible.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of people from my country, they thought that's the only thing, you know. But I saw so many different things because I spoke to 2 representatives from Vietnam. In here in Atlanta, they do EB3 too, but either you work for the turkey or chicken factory or different thing, but it's all just like factory. So that's why BDV Solution, they have a better job. And with this company, it's even better because you work for like I Hope and then Sony, all the restaurants like Fun Desk. It's like, wow, this is professional, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's cool.
Look, I had one friend, like, not the friend, like, who guy is working for me. He's from Somalia or something, some kind of African country, pretty much. I talked to him, how did you move up here? He said he grew up here, no, but from his accent and how he acts and all of that, he doesn't look like he grew up here, you know? And I asked where he worked, he said the chicken factory, and then with who, he said like a bunch of Somalians and all of that, you know? And then one time he said like, oh, they sponsored me or something. Look, he didn't want to share it. Wow.
Yeah. No, it's some people, they like that, you know. It's like they don't want to be looked out because those kind of job make them feel like, you know. But I think they...
Oh, come on.
No, because people have different mindset because right now we only climb up to different degree. We okay with like, you know, depends on how we think. But with people who have like fixed minded, they don't want to open because they're afraid people look down on them. Like, oh, you work at the factories and stuff like that, you know. But for me, I think I'm going to respect them because they satisfy.
Yeah.
So yeah, trust me, a lot of people don't want to share. They come here and then when they get green card, they act like they like above or beyond somebody else, you know. And it's completely normal. So it's like they even like I reach out to guys, they don't want to share. And then that's why I come back to the girl I used to meet in Dallas, and then she from Richland too. I'm like, thank you so much for sharing with me. She shared with me about this last year, but I was doing OBT and I was planning to go home. That's why I didn't care. Didn't even click with me. And one of my friends in New York, she even told me like 3 years ago. But for me, my ego still up so high, you know. I'm like, I don't need to kind of that stuff. I want to get a degree. I'm okay. I'm like confident that I will get a sponsorship. You know, we all have that. We need to really try first, and then if it's not work out, then we have to go back to something else.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I knew about this long times ago. My friend in New York, she told me about this like I think 3 years ago, but it's just never in my radar because I don't see myself work at those kind of job, you know. But right now, look at those years pass by. They only have a green card now. I still in school have nothing, and I'm kind of sick of going to school and cannot work and cannot do things. So I think it's like I'm okay right now at this point.
Yeah, I cannot travel. That's the one thing that sickens me. You know, I cannot see anybody. Like I'm seeing these all Americans and all of that, but like I'm not the same as they are. You know, like.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of the US too. I just want to get, and then I can go back and forth like easily, you know.
Yeah.
And then too, so funny that I've been saying with myself like I won't go back to my country until I get the green card. And then last year after OBT, I almost finished, like give up because I didn't get sponsorships and then even didn't have any job because it's pandemic, and I did Instacart for like a year, and then I was like, you know what, it's time to go home to start a business back home. But it's like I couldn't go back to my country because they kind of like banning for traveling, and then that's why it's forcing me to stay here to get a green card or something. That's why it's so weird. I'm like, I think I have a destiny to be here to keep reaching.
Yeah.
So
no, you and I are, I think, on the right path. We want to start a business. We want to expand. We want to educate ourselves and all of that. But what we need is we need a foundation, and foundation is what we're discussing right now. That's the foundation, and then on the foundation you build a steady business on that one.
Yeah. That's why
wherever you go.
I try to start LLC beginning of this year. But I even asked the website for the people, but they said like, yeah, you need social. Yeah, I do have social, but it's like I don't think I able to do anything until I have green card, and that's why I think this is just a right time that there's a sign, you know.